recording. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Peanut Cast. My name is Tanner Peanut Metro. Obviously, that is me. Well, the Tanner Metro part's not so obvious, but the Peanut thing is me, obviously. And I am here bringing you another fantastic solo queue game. But we like to throw some names on it. So again, we've got the Macho Princesses versus the Daddy's Girls. Now, I do believe the Daddy's Girls took game one. I don't actually remember that series or that first game, so I apologize. But on the side of the Macho Princesses, we've got Gangplank in the top lane, Sejuani jungle, Vigar mid, and that very pokey bot lane in Kaisa and Lux. And standing across from them, Akali in the top lane, Lee Sin in the jungle, Malzahar mid, and Ezreal Yuumi bot lane. So we see Ezreal Yuumi bot lane obviously playing a safe champion in Ezreal. Yuumi taking the Ignite and Exhaust, whereas Ezreal having Flash and Heal sometimes can be subbed out to take or to have Heal on Yuumi rather than the Exhaust and teleport on the Ezreal. But they're confident that they won't need that teleport in this bottom lane. Both of these junglers starting on the bottom side of the map. So they should finish on the top side together. And ultimately, so far, just a little bit of poke coming out from the top side, from the bottom side. Lee Sin going to be a little bit stronger than Sejuani in this early game now. Sejuani is no slouch, so let's not take that away from her. But Lee Sin should be able to make some early plays. And then later into this game, Sejuani should be tanky enough to hopefully keep her game in it. And then notably, we also have GP in the top lane. Does have that ultimate. Once he hits level 6, we'll be able to make plays around the map. So kind of making it a man and a half in the lanes once Sejuani does decide to gank, if Gangplank uses that cannon barrage. But pretty standard start so far for everybody. Everybody playing safe, respecting their lanes. Yuumi doing a good job detaching here. Wasn't able actually to get on in time for that shield, and now Sejuani in that bottom lane was not spotted out here, so she may be able to find a lane gank. And as we know, if they do pick up the kill on Ezreal, Yuumi just a sitting duck. Yuumi steps up, the light binding not gonna land. Here comes Sejuani. They did not see her. There is the Arctic Assault, gets the knock up. No permafrost available there. Not enough passive stacks, but the heal being blown from that Ezreal. So one summoner spell down from both teams. As Sejuani makes her way towards that mid lane. Now the light binding actually landing here onto the Yuumi. Jumps into that Ezreal, going to keep herself safe. Then Ezreal going to trade some of that damage back. Really nice. Yuumi obviously not being Yuumi obviously being untargetable when she is inside that champion. So she negates all of that damage, doesn't allow Kaisa to be able to hit her with the void stacks there and proc that passive. And a great job there by Lee Sin, doing a little bit of counter jungling. Knew that Sejuani was on the bottom side of the map for a little bit, and he makes his way into that top lane. He does land the Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, gonna find some damage. Electrocute is on as well. But not much follow-up from the Akali, unfortunately. Gangplank around trying to trade it back. Sejuani is here as well, so it is going to be a 2v2 in the top lane. Arctic Assault going down, but so is the Twilight Shroud, keeping Akali safe. First blood going over, but can Sejuani trade it back here? She cannot be slowed due to that passive. Passive breaks up. Lee Sin dangerously low here. He goes in with the Q. Sejuani not going to find the W there. Winter's Wrath not finding any damage. Flashing away is that Lee Sin. Here comes the teleport here now. Gangplank in the middle of two. Not going to be able to find anything as Akali goes back in here. Gangplank does still have that flash available, so if he gets into any kind of trouble, he can flash away. The Twilight Shroud comes down, and Lee Sin picks himself a second kill in that skirmish. Just beautiful play across the board from the Lee Sin and the Akali there. Able to pick up 3 kills, 2 onto that Gangplank, which has to be tilting. He teleports back in, but it's just not in time. Sejuani goes down. And now Lee Sin sitting with a nice 150 gold bounty on his head. And he goes back and he picks himself up a Tiamat. As we see the skirmishing in the bottom lane continuing. Yuumi getting some poke damage down. Kaisa now dangerously low, has to be careful. And as we look across the board here, the CS pretty even in every lane. Akali up a little bit. Lee Sin up just a couple of camps on that Sejuani. And now we see some damage coming up from the Akali going in, but it is a 2v1. Sejuani here in this top lane now, using that Twilight Shroud to get away there, is going to make her way into that river. As on the bottom side, Yuumi tanks up a turret shot. One stack here. Not going to find another stack. Unfortunately, not able to get the permafrost onto that Akali. She uses that shuriken flip to get away and walks away from that one. A grand escape there from the Akali. Now Infernal Drake on the board, and it looks like Lee Sin going to start this one up. He does have the damage with that Tiamat, so he may be able to grab his team. A Tiamat here. Now Yuumi going into that Ezreal, avoiding all of that damage. Ignite is on from the Yuumi. A couple more auto attacks should do a flash forward from the Ezreal, but there's the Acathian Rain. Luck's going to pick one up for herself and maybe make it two here. The Zoomies might keep Yuumi safe. She's trying to walk away, but a double kill for that Lux. Not enough there. Exhaust and Ignite used onto that Kai'Sa, and unfortunately, Yuumi not able to keep herself safe. The 2 kills going over to that Lux. Now a BF sword on that Kai'Sa as well. But the Infernal Drake going over to the Daddy's Girls. Now Kali standing still in that top lane. Auto attacking down this Gangplank. Maybe having some connection issues. Unfortunately, AFK there. And Gangplank picks one up for himself. And should be able to now create an even larger CS lead. So Gangplank picking himself up a kill after going down 0-2, and now picking himself up some turret plates as well. So he is going to be able to mitigate this lead, although Akali does have the kill and the assist. A couple of more turret plates and a couple more CS should get him back in this game. Back in this lane, rather. And it looks like he may be building AP Gangplank. I'm not too sure which abilities here scale off of the ability power, except for that remove scurvy, so he may be looking for some extra heals in that lane with the Dark Seal. Now Ezreal has full stacks of plasma, one more auto attack doing a bunch of damage there. Gangplank in a very bad spot, overstaying his welcome. He's forced to flash away here. Akali flashes after, trying to find the damage here. The blast cone is there. 5-point strike, not going to find it, but the resonating, or the sonic wave will. A killing spree on that Lee Sin, and Akali makes it back just in time. Unfortunately, AFK for a moment, but makes it back to pick herself up an assist. And as we take a look here, that gold virtually even in that top lane. So Akali not losing too much there, although she is down 3 plates, or actually 2 turret plates. We've seen some skirmishing in the top lane. We've seen some skirmishing in the bottom lane. And then we take a look at the mid lane, and it's just dead even there. 0-0-0 on these mid laners. Malzahar down half an item here. Does not have that lost chapter just yet, but he is up 3 CS. And if we take a look, Malzahar actually growing himself a nice little gold lead. So maybe picked up a couple more cannons in the Veigar, but now it looks like Veigar out for blood, looking to make it uneven here. Drops the ultimate, but the Primordial Burst not going to have enough damage. Forces the flash and the heal out of that Malzahar. Here comes the Cannon Barrage. Not going to find the kill. He flashes forward, picks it up with a Baleful Strike. And Veigar, just as I said it, his ears must have been ringing. He makes that match uneven. Now 1-0-0 in that mid lane and takes himself a nice gold lead. Now Yuumi maybe caught out here. She jumps back into that Ezreal. Final Spark, not going to find anything just yet. So that is a whipped skill shot there on a very scary Lux. It looks like she is building towards that support tree. Maybe a redemption here. As we see Lee Sin finding some redemption on the bottom of the map. Glacial Prison going out onto the Akali. She uses the ultimate to stay safe for now. There's the final chapter here. It does find the route onto that Kai'Sa. Not able to get away. Now Akali trying to run away, using that 5-point strike to slow down that Sejuani. Able to avoid the gank on the bottom side where Lee Sin makes it happen. Or, I'm sorry, able to avoid the gank on the top side while Lee Sin is able to make it happen on the bottom side. Now Rift Herald is on the map. Did just spawn moments ago. But so far, we're seeing 1,000 gold lead, just shy of 4 Daddy's Princesses. Lee Sin trying to find the damage onto this Veigar. That is a whole heap of damage. The ult and the auto will do it in a solo kill, going over to the Lee Sin now 5-0-1. Almost has that completed jungle item, but he also has that Tiamat, and using that auto attack reset, a beautiful engage there, not getting caught by the event horizon. and finding himself a nice solo kill on what is going to be soon a very strong Vigar. So a good little shutdown to put him behind there. We can actually take a look and see how well Vigar is stacking. 64 extra ability power from the Baleful Strike. So not doing too bad for himself. Again, down, or actually here, tied up in items with that Malzahar, but should have the edge with those Q stacks. And now we see Lee Sin not only making plays in his lanes, but also grabbing these objectives. Infernal Drake up here in 25 seconds. But before he goes down for that, he wants to take this Rift Herald. Gangplank smells this one out. He does not have the ultimate available, and Malzahar just going to do his best to zone him out here. Sejuani and Vigar come down as well. Now, Lee Sin in a very, very bad spot. Malzahar forced to run away here, but he drops the ultimate. Nethergrass going to root up that Gangplank, but he's got oranges and he is K, but the Malefic Visions is on. Is it going to tick him down? Yes, it is. Rift Herald going over to the Daddy's Girls as Akali picks that up from the Shroud. Unfortunately, Sejuani and Vigar not able to play defense and keep Akali from picking that one up. The Twilight Shroud paying huge dividends there in that Rift Herald pickup. And now they place it down in that top lane. Unfortunately, not going to be first turret, but we are prior to 14 minutes, so they can find some plates with that. Now, Lux goes down in this bottom lane, taking a lot of damage from that turret, and Kai'Sa may follow. Ezreal get low, and he does not have that heal available. Kai'Sa now running away. Final chapter not available, just used previously. But Kai'Sa able to walk away from that one. One kill going over to the Ezreal, and you honestly can't be mad about that. On the top side of the map, with that Rift Herald push, they do manage to ward it off. The Macho Princesses, Sejuani makes her way up there and wards him off of that turret. But they do get 3 plates, so they are closing the gap there. Ignite onto that Kai'Sa. There's the Ezreal. Jumps in with the Arcane Shift, but he may go down here. Shut down from the Gangplank. A beautiful ultimate to be able to pick that one up. And now Lee Sin trying to get redemption for his bot laner. Kicks the Gangplank over the wall, but unfortunately takes the Q just too soon. But it doesn't matter. One more Sonic Strike, or Sonic Wave will do it. And executed is that Gangplank. And Lee Sin, after all of this fantastic play, trying to reward himself with a red buff. But he's going to be spotted out here. Final Spark. He flashes away from it to stay safe, but here comes a Glacial Prison. The auto attacks are on, popping the Permafrost there. Now Lee Sin trying to get away here. He uses the Blast Cone. He has to be very careful here. He does have the safeguard. He takes one turret shot, and there's the Void Seeker, the shutdown gold going over to Kai'Sa, and that is 1,000 gold shutdown there. A huge, huge shutdown to put on this late game AD carry, as now we see Yuumi caught out here. She uses the Zoomies to heal up for now. Prowling Projectile going to slow down that Lux. Able to use the Blast Cone to get away, and Infernal Drake is on the map. Lee Sin dead for another 10 seconds. We may see the Macho Princesses look to pick this one up. Looks like they just want to settle for this Scuttle Crab to keep some extra vision. Final chapter actually coming out here. Do they find the root? They do not. Not able to find it. Onto that Sejuani, as here is the Killer Instinct from the Kai'Sa. Going in onto that Ezreal. Now full stacks of Plasma with the red buff ticking. Has to be careful here. There's the slow. Here comes the safeguard from Lee Sin. He makes his way into this fight. Sonic Wave going to find the first. Looking for the second. Does he have the damage? He does not. Yes, he does. I spoke too soon. Red Smite going to pick that one up. Final Spark chunking down this Lee Sin. Very, very low. Prowling Projectile. Not going to find the Sejuani here. But as we see a clean wipe across the board. Gangplank going down and trading one with the Akali. Now Vigar the only member alive. A 4-for-1. Across this map, and another Infernal Drake going over to the Daddy's Girls. And just fantastic play there. Perfect timing by that Lee Sin to make it in and keep his Ezreal alive. And on the backside of that, Ezreal actually able to pick up a kill onto that Sejuani as well. So just played absolutely fantastic. They didn't get the Scuttle Crab, unfortunately, but they managed to pick up the Dragon, managed to pick up 4 kills. And I think right now, if you're the Macho Princesses, your only hopes are you just got 1,000 gold shutdown on your Kai'Sa. Your Vigar is going to continue to stack right now. He's sitting at 86 extra ability power from the Baleful Strike there from his Q passive. And Gangplank able to get a trade kill on the Akali. So he's doing pretty well for himself now. He is up a few CS, but now 3, 6, and 1. He's got the completed Trinity Force, so if he's able to get these barrels and follow up attacks, if he's able to use that Trinity Force, the procs there appropriately, should be strong in these fights. And now we see Ezreal trying to catch out this Kai'Sa. Mystic Shot going to be tanked out by a minion there, unfortunately. But they were looking for something, trying to find some cheese. I can respect it. Ezreal does have a 150 gold bounty on his head, as does that Malzahar after that fight. And now Sejuani, she smells the gold. She wants to pick up that shutdown for either her or that AD carry. Waiting in the bush here. Ezreal stepping up, but he backs up just in time. Arctic Assault not going to find it, but there's the Glacial Prison and Killer Instinct to follow here. Ezreal in a lot of trouble. He does have that Arcane Chip, but the shutdown gold going over to the Kai'Sa. Now Yuumi left alone to defend this turret from 3. Kai'Sa is sitting just under half health. Here comes the redemption from that Lux. Going to go ahead and top them off, and this surely will be this bot lane turret. But here comes Lee Sin into the fray, trying to find it. Sonic Wave there. Now he dashes forward with the Ward Hop here, but he gets locked up by the Light Binding. Dragon's Rage going to kick back that Kai'Sa, but it's not going to be enough. Kai'Sa gets another one for herself. 2 kills in this bottom lane so far, and Yuumi surely will fall. Make it 3. A 3 for 0 across the board. Now Ezreal has been revived in this fountain. The ultimate is available, but surely, as I was saying before, this will be the tier 1 bottom side. Ezreal actually uses that True Shot Barrage, and he picks one up on the Lux. Here comes Akali to clean up here. The janitor is in. Grab your mops, grab your buckets. Akali gets a trade kill back. So overall, a 3 for 2. And putting a kill on that Akali. Looks like she may be working towards a Lich Bane? Definitely a different build there. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. And Gangplank doing himself a pretty good job now. He was just up a few CS, but now has a 20 CS lead on that Akali. And if we take a look at the gold across the board, he does have himself a nice gold lead. The parlay definitely helping out there with that gold lead. But unfortunately for the Macho Princesses, they are down 2,000 gold. And you can actually take a look and on that mid lane, and that jungle difference, absolutely huge. But here comes another grasp onto that Vigar. Is it going to be enough damage? It is. Not able to cleanse the ultimate there. There's the Cannon Barrage defensively. Lee Sin looking for something. Doesn't find the Sonic Wave, but one member dead for the Macho Princesses. And it looks like they want to siege down this mid lane turret. Macho Princesses doing a good job wave clearing there as the Daddy Girls pressure this mid lane tier 1. Kai'Sa now roaming up from that bottom lane. And right now, just really nothing on the board for the Daddy's Girls to take. They find a pick, but Lux and Gangplank just doing such a great job clearing this minion wave. The final spark there to try and clear it out. Sejuani here again with the Winter's Wrath. It looks like it may go down here. Ezreal actually stunned up underneath the turret, taking aggro. Lee Sin picks up one onto that Sejuani so far. He finds himself a double kill, but a trade going over to that Gangplank. Final chapter, not going to find anything there. But a 2 for 1 overall. As I say that, Kai'Sa goes in with a Killer Instinct and picks up one for the team. Trying to get it back. The Primordial Burst to get another. Now Vigar and Kai'Sa finding themselves some kills. And a 4 for 2 overall. I spoke way too soon. Kai'Sa makes her way back into this fight. And on the top side, Vigar solos out and absolutely deletes that Akali. And unfortunately, Daddy's Girl is just biting off more than they can chew. And that's going to be the ace there. Kai'Sa going absolutely huge in that fight. Now the teleport coming in from that Gangplank. And it looks like they want to siege down this mid lane. Ocean Drake available now in just a moment. Not a bad dragon to have. Definitely helps a little bit more when you are in that laning phase. But right now, any objective is a good objective. And as I was talking about that gold lead previously, we now see a very, very minor, but still a gold lead for the Macho Princesses. Now, with that team fight mid, a nice little turnaround from the Macho Princesses. And as we take a look at these teams, unfortunately for the Daddy's Girls, they don't scale as well. They don't have the Vygar. They don't have the Kaisa. Sejuani only going to get tankier. Gangplank only going to get scarier. And right now, Kaisa and Vygar are already doing so much damage in these fights. We've seen the Akali go toe-to-toe with that Vygar and get absolutely deleted. And now, actually, speaking of Akali, Glacial Prison coming out. Not going to find anything. Final Smart getting a little bit of damage down. Sejuani gets one, but Ezreal trades one back. Now, Lee Sin goes underneath the turret, trying to find the kill onto that Gangplank. Yes, he does. So far, a 1 for 2 across the board. 2 members of the Daddy's Girls sieging down this mid lane, and Ezreal and Yuumi on the bottom side. But here comes Sejuani and Vygar trying to find it. She doesn't have the ultimate available. She flashes forward. There's the Winter's Wrath, but there is the Zhonya's, but it's going to be to his demise. A beautiful Event Horizon on top of that Malzahar. As soon as he came out of that stasis, gets stunned up and gets killed. Now, Lee Sin misses the Sonic Wave here. Ezreal looking for the solo kill onto the Kaisa. The heals are used for both of these members, but it does not matter. Ezreal cannot hit those skill shots. The Acathian Rain going to sit him down in a solo kill for the Kaisa. Yuumi, unfortunately, going to get some vision. Not there to help her AD carry. Now, Lee Sin running for his life. It looks like he's running the wrong way, but he is trying to make it to that Yuumi. Event Horizon not going to find anything. Lee Sin cues over to the Grom. Manages to make it to the Yuumi, but does Sejuani have enough to find the stun here? One more W should do it. She does find the Winter's Wrath. Ooh, a beautiful Dragon's Rage. A shutdown going over to that Lee Sin, and now they're trying to turn this fight here. Yuumi actually detaches and sacrifices herself. Now can Lee Sin get away? He's on the wrong side of the map, stuck in between 3 members. A 700 gold shutdown going over to that Kaisa as Akali looking to avenge the jungler. It does not matter. A triple kill for that Kaisa. Now 10, 5, and 4. And I would love to believe that that all stemmed from that first shutdown on that Lee Sin. A huge 1,000 gold shutdown going over to the Kaisa. And now she's got that Infinity Edge. She has the Essence Reaver, which did just receive a buff, a plus 10 AD buff. So very strong right now. Working towards that Zeal item. Whereas Ezreal, he's still sitting on his Man Immune. Maybe looking to build a Hextech Gunblade here. He does have the Frozen Fist or the Iceborne Gauntlet, but the damage just does not compare just yet. Especially if he can't hit those skill shots. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored by Coke. Unfortunately, that'd be cool though. So I don't think any streamer is sponsored by Coke. That'd be cool though. That'd be really cool. But back into this game now. Lee Sin 11, 4, and 3. I would say the majority of the damage from the Daddy's Girls team is coming from this Lee Sin. But as this game goes on, it's only going to get more and more difficult for the Daddy's Girls. Kaisa just going to continue to scale, as will that Vygar. And Sejuani just going to be a beast. She's just going to be this huge front line that we've seen thus far. Locking players up, getting in, just being so disruptive. It's really going to be a lot dependent on if this Lee Sin can find anything on the back end of these team fights. Maybe look for a flank, kicking a priority target, or finding a beautiful insect, which we've already seen a few, so he can do that. And he does have that stopwatch. So if he manages to get into the back line and displace somebody into the team, he can use that stopwatch to stay safe as his team follows up. Now, Kali looking for a flank for herself. That Twilight Shroud is going to be used there. Yuumi is on. Zumi's going to heal her up. One barrel doing a whole heap of damage there. Kali has to be careful, and they need to be wary of these barrels in team fights. Gangplank doing a good job of masking them here, trying to get the doubles. Akali on the bottom side of the map is going to push out that bottom lane. Now, Sejuani actually dashes in, finds the Malzahar. Here comes a Kaisa as well with the Killer Instinct. Supercharge going to try and close the gap here. There's the damage. Acathian Rain. The ultimate is on from the Malzahar, but it's not going to be enough now. 1,000 gold shutdown going over to that Lee Sin. 3 members in this jungle trying to defend it here. Event Horizon coming out from that Vygar just to do a little bit of zoning. And while all of this is happening, Kaisa and Malzahar dead. So 1 for 1 overall. And now Akali on the bottom side of the map pressuring this tier 2. And it looks like the Macho Princesses are going to try and close this. looking for something here. Lee Sin trying to make it that way, but it might not be enough. Akali now. The Event Horizon not available. She uses that Shroud here. Ults away as well. Perfect execute. The first one going to be used. The second one used as well. Akali manages to get out. Does not get that turret, but they do pick themselves up. The Daddy's Girls do pick themselves up. An Ocean Drake here. And a minor gold lead now. 1,500 gold lead for the Daddy's Girls. So this gold swaying back and forth. A very, very good game here from both teams. And we see Yuumi cleaning up some wards here. A huge pick onto that Kai'Sa from them. Just a split second before he died, Malzahar was able to get the suppression onto Kai'Sa, which locked her up for just a moment, and Lee Sin was able to get the combo down and absolutely delete her for 1,000 gold shutdown. So he gets one back for himself. So we'll see if they're able to do that again. The Nether Grasp is available now. Kali on the outside looking for something, but she gets chunked out. Forced to use that Shroud and run away here. And they might not be able to follow up on this. Yuumi is on the Akali. She has attached herself, and she is using those zoomies to top her off. A wave slow pushing in that top lane as well. Macho Princesses will have to go clear that one out as Sejuani picks herself up a blue buff, but it looks like the Daddy's Girls want to try and sneak this Baron. They're not going to get spotted out just yet, but there's a Sejuani. And now here's the rest of the team. Akali goes in, but there's the Event Horizon. It's not going to be enough. Not enough damage coming from the Veigar. She does get, Akali does get locked up in that Event Horizon as well, or in the Twilight Shroud, rather. Kai'Sa not in this fight just yet. So the Nethergrass coming out onto that Veigar, but maybe not going to find the CC. Lee Sin in a bad spot, but he manages to find one before making his way out. Zoomies in. Yuumi goes in onto that Akali and keeps her alive for just a moment longer before Gangplank picks that one up for himself. Now Ezreal manages to find one on the backside. Kai'Sa already with the double kill. And now Ezreal and Yuumi have to be careful here. Ezreal trying to get away there. The permafrost is on. That's a triple kill for the Kai'Sa. And surely this will be the Baron, an ace, a 2-for-5 ace for the Macho Princesses. And unfortunately, in that team fight, the Daddy's Girls were just so split up. Lee Sin running a little too far. Malzahar not able, again, to channel his full ultimate onto one of the carries. That redemption paying absolute dividends in these fights, keeping the team healthy from the Lux. And then Kai'Sa able to flank her way into that fight, coming from the top lane. Picks up a double kill mid on the Lee Sin and on the Akali, I believe, or the Malzahar, excuse me. And then able to just clean up on the outside. Yuumi doing a great job in that fight. She does manage to top off or heal up that Akali, but unfortunately just not enough. Gangplank picks that one up. Had Akali lived there, we may have seen that fight go a different way. Now Lee Sin gonna spot out the Sejuani. Red buff going over to that Cow Rider. The Lion Rider, I guess, this game. It is that Dawnbreaker skin. Voidseeker finds a Lee Sin. Akali looking for it as well. He gets caught up in the Event Horizon, and that's going to be it for him. Lee Sin goes down, and the Glacial Prison will follow. Not going to lock anybody up. But so far, a 1-for-0. Lee Sin getting absolutely deleted there. Just caught out by the Event Horizon. A huge cage. Unable to get to safety, and shortly this tier 2 will fall. The Macho Princesses with this Baron buff may look to find more. Akali is on the bottom side of the map for the Daddy's Girls, trying to trade it back. So that's going to be the tier 2 bot lane going down in favor of the Daddy's Girls. But Sejuani and the rest of the gang marching down this mid lane. Mid inhibitor going down. A wave pushing that top side as well. 2 members going to recall to try and stop this Akali. Kai'Sa makes her way into that bottom lane. Akali trying to find the damage. There's a perfect execute. Does find the micro stun. Does she has enough damage for the execute? No, she does not. Unstoppable is that Kai'Sa. 16, 6, and 5. Absolutely decimating, and just way too much there for the Akali. Unfortunately, Akali not able to find that inhibitor turret. But she does her best to make nothing out of something. Something out of nothing. Not nothing out of something, because that is not how that worked. But she does her best there. picks up the tier 2 bottom lane. And now we see that gold lead sway back in the favor of the Macho Princesses. 2,300 gold for them on top. And as we take a look, Ocean Drake coming up, but Lux can get absolutely deleted by the Lee Sin. He surely will follow. He finds one kill for himself, but he pays for it with his life, and that's going to be Ezreal as well. Gangplank picking that one up with the ultimate. Ocean Drake now alive, but Sejuani smells blood. She's going out for more. She's looking for that Yuumi. Has 3 stacks, not enough to find the permafrost, but 2 Ocean Drakes now on the side of the Macho Princesses, and a growing gold lead now, 3,500 gold. I'm sorry, 3,000 gold, not 3,500, 3,000 gold for them. We actually see an Executioner calling coming out from that Gangplank. He does do a lot of AoE damage, so he will be able to get the Grievous Wounds across the entire team. So the zoomies from that Yuumi not going to be too much there. As I say her name, she gets caught out. Sejuani picks that one up. Now Yuumi dead for another 40 seconds. Baron buff still on the Macho Princesses as they siege down this bottom lane. Baroned up minions. Now Lee Sin also building tanky. He does have that Randuin's open. He goes in onto that Gangplank. He manages to dodge the Event Horizon, but can he dodge the rest of the CC? He cannot. Primordial Burst going to sit him down. Akali looking for something on the backside, but Kai'Sa gets one for herself as well. Now 3 members dead for the Daddy's Girls, and 5 members still alive for the Macho Princesses. Kai'Sa goes underneath the turret. She's absolutely nuclear. Manages to find a kill onto that Ezreal. Malzahar trades one back, and he goes golden before finding another. A huge shutdown. A triple kill for this Malzahar. Make it a quadra kill. Can he find the penta? Silence on that Lux. Malefic Vision's on as well. Lux forced to flash away. He cannot follow, but a huge quadra kill for this Malzahar underneath the turret. So much gold going his way. Now sitting on 4,100 gold. And the Daddy's Girls off of that push, able on their back legs, able to keep them off of this turret, and again get so much gold onto that carry. Malzahar shoots from 3-5-4 to 7-5-4. And now that gold lead is not looking too bad. It was just about 3,000. Now the Daddy's Girls managed to bring that to sitting right around 2,000. As we see Malzahar go back, he picks himself up a Leandries, and now he's sitting right around full build. He's got an extra blasting wand, so he may look for a Void Staff to finish things off. He does already have the Zanyas, as we see. Absolutely huge in that fight. Now it's going to be even bigger. The thing now is we've already seen him struggle to land the Nether Grasp, and Kai'Sa being 19-7-7 is going to be a huge target for them, but she already has a Mercurial Scimitar finish. She is full build now and has that safety precaution to get out of that suppression. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. Veigar, he does have the cleanse, but not able to cleanse Malzahar ult. So if they do look for another target, Veigar, a lot of damage. So definitely a good spot to be, or definitely a good idea to maybe find the kill there. As we see Sejuani looking for the engage onto that Yuumi. Yuumi does jump into the Lee Sin. Very, very tanky is that Lee Sin. Here comes the Cannon Barrage. Now Lee Sin kicks everybody back into the team. Final chapter on, but not going to find anybody as Lee Sin was kiting away. Malzahar now gets caught up, but he goes golden. Here comes the redemption to top off the team for the Macho Princess. A shutdown gold going over to that Gangplank as Akali on the bottom side of the map manages to grab that bottom inhibitor. And right now the Daddy's Girls, they just need to kite back. They just need to try and kite away from this fight here and stop the recalls. The bottom lane inhibitor going down as well. Final Spark coming out, not going to find its mark, or not going to find its target, as Lee Sin's GA will be popped. Now Kai'Sa on the bottom side of the map trying to protect the base. Lee Sin goes down with the Primordial Burst, but that's the shutdown going over to Akali. She manages to solo out that Kai'Sa, and now 4 members of the Macho Princesses are trying to make their way back to the base. Veigar does make it back, but not before a Nexus turret falls. Now Ezreal getting caught up in that permafrost, trying to return some damage. Glacial Prison is going to be on, but it's not going to find Yuumi. It finds Ezreal instead. And now they're just kiting back. This mid lane inhibitor has respawned. There's the true shot barrage. Here comes a prowling projectile. They're trying to find the damage. They have to be careful here because that gangplank absolutely huge. Final chapter is on. They do find the root onto that gangplank, but the minions are keeping him safe for now from the skill shots. He heals up with the oranges, sitting right around half HP. There is the Hextech Gunblade. Gonna find the damage and a double kill going over to that Ezreal. This game just got turned on its head. Akali so beautiful with the split push again. Now Super Minion is going to be pushing that bottom lane. Sejuani and Gangplank dead for another 40 seconds. And it looks like the Daddy's Girls want to take this Baron. It was warded, so the Macho Princesses will have a pretty good idea that they have started this up. But again, 20 seconds on the jungler and the top laner. A lot of damage coming out onto that Malzahar. This Veigar doing a good job poking out and a shutdown going over to the Kai'Sa. Ezreal now taken off the board. Lee Sin might be next. No, make it Malzahar, but there's the Malefic Visions, or the Nether Grasps, excuse me, to take Kai'Sa down. A double kill now going over to that Veigar. He manages to find the Lee Sin, so the jungler is dead, and now Yuumi caught out in a very bad spot. A triple kill for the Veigar, and that might just mean this Baron, it was still sitting at 3,000 HP. It did not reset. And Baron gonna go over to the Macho Princesses. A huge play there from the Veigar to ward the enemy team away and get themselves the Baron, and now a 4,000, just shy of 4,000 gold lead in their favor. In favor of the Macho Princesses. We'll say that. That sounded better. Elder Dragon available here. Sejuani going to start that up. Surely Gangplank will be there in just a moment to help out. So very unfortunate. Malzahar obviously having to stay still during his ultimate. And Veigar is the last person that you want to stay still against. So you've got Veigar dropping down the Dark Matter on top of you. And if he's not hitting you with the Dark Matter, he's got the Event Horizon to stun up that Malzahar and stop his ultimate. So they do manage to get Kai'Sa, but even after Kai'Sa, there are just so many threats they have to worry about. They have to worry about that Veigar being absolutely, or able to just 100 to 0 someone immediately, as we saw there. The Primordial Burst, so much damage. We can actually take a look here, and he's got 252 bonus damage here, which actually puts him at just shy of 1,000 AP, 998 AP on this Veigar. So just a huge target. And if you don't go for the Veigar and you go for the Kai'Sa, again, she does have the Mercurial Scimitar, so she's able to QSS that Malzahar ult. Right now, it's all going to come down to if Lee Sin can get on the back line and make a solid play and kick this Kai'Sa or kick this Veigar into the team. But he may be caught out as I say that. He does use that Dragon's Rage to peel away, but Glacial Prison is on. He's just underneath half health. The red buff ticking down. Actually, the burn from the Elder Drake ticking down. Now Kali goes in trying to find the damage, but does not just yet. Orange is going to keep Gangplank safe for now, but he goes down. And Kali manages to find one for herself. She does have that GA, so she is going to revive here, but she doesn't have the Shroud. Now locked up is that Akali. Kai'Sa going to pick that one up. Lee Sin going to fall as well, going over to Sejuani. Now Lee Sin, I'm sorry, Ezreal in a very bad spot. A double kill for the Veigar and an ace for the Macho Princesses. They have the Baron buff. They have the minions pushing down. There's the surrender vote, and the Macho Princesses taking this game. GG's to them. Boom, baby. So, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, my name is Tanner. I'm an aspiring shoutcaster, trying to do what I can. I unfortunately didn't have any water, so I apologize. My words getting caught up there. I was ill prepared. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any tips or anything like that, please let me know what you guys liked, what you guys disliked, any way that I can improve, and I will see you guys in the next